All right. Small Business Saturday. Let's get going on Facebook. On Facebook Live. Let's get on everything. All right. Give y'all a little music while we allow the people to come in this afternoon. What's going on, YouTubers? While we waiting on some of y'all to come in the room.
And you're my rider. You've been with me through the fire. No words cause you got me. Even I'm not like them. No, the devil can't stop me. Cause I'm walking in my victory.
Come on here.
Stay with it long as you're with me.
Yeah. Say this. You made a way.
You made a way.
Out of no way.
Out of the way.
You keep on blessing me.
You keep on blessing me.
Every day.
Every day.
Fight on my back.
Fight on my back.
You said it day.
You said it day.
Yeah.
That's why we give you all the glory.
Let's go. Can't nobody do me like you, Jesus.
Ain't nobody do me like you,
Just letting a couple people come in the room. Come on. Come on in.
Ain't nobody do me like you.
Hey.
Glory, I give you glory, yeah.
Hey.
I give you glory.
I give you glory. I give you glory.
I give you glory. I give you glory.
I give you. I give you glory.
I give you glory. I give you glory.
I give you glory. I give you glory.
It's already mine.
It's already mine.
Never alone. I can go to the throne. He's right beside me. Hold my hand in
Business
the
owners, I
valley.
need y'all to get y'all face in line, baby.
Don't know where I would be.
Hey.
Crazy when I need him, he's alright.
Small Business Saturday. Let's
All
roll.
my haters, you know he be fighting. I never had no one to stick beside me. Yeah. And when it's cold, I know he got that fire. You made a way.
You made a way.
Out of no way.
Out of the way.
You keep on blessing.
You keep on blessing me
Every day.
every day.
Fight on my battle.
Fight on my back.
You said it day.
You said it best.
Yeah.
That's why we give you all the glory.
Can't nobody do me like you, Jesus.
Ain't nobody do me like you.
Hey.
Can't nobody do me like you do.
Ain't nobody do me like
My business owners, y'all be needing to talk. Let's talk.
I give you glory, I give you glory.
I give you glory. I give you glory.
I give you glory, I give you glory.
I give you glory. I give you glory.
I give you glory, I give you glory.
I give you glory. I give you glory.
It's already mine.
It's already mine.
Hey.
It's already
It's
mine.
already mine.
Who out here claiming something today? Who out here making a way for themselves and their family? I've got it. I've got it.
We got it, we got it.
Already mine.
I got it.
I got it. I've got it.
Got it.
It's already mine.
Already mine.
Nobody do me like you, Jesus.
Ain't nobody do me like you, Jesus.
I'm gonna get started, y'all. I gotta get you pumped, baby.
Ain't nobody do me
Get you pumped.
I
Yeah.
give you glory. I 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 give you glory.
You say who I'm listening to? This Pastor Mike. I got it. What it's called. I got it. By Pastor Mike.
It's already mine.
Hey. Man, that's my jam there, man. Y'all just don't be understanding. got to get in here. This is my time too big.
I don't know what you're going through, but we stopped by to tell you that what's in front of you is bigger than what's behind you.
Big, yeah.
Your destiny, your promise, your future.
Who on here business on? We got roll call today.
God sent me here to tell you that
We got roll call today.
is
Business
gonna
on.
be big.
I believe
That is my season.
that it's my season.
All right, who out here?
Declare that over your own life.
Better declare that over yourself.
I believe
That it's my time.
that it's my
It's my
time.
time.
It's my time.
All right, y'all. Let me get to this message.
I can
Here you go.
feel
I will have you on here
Say
this morning.
breakthroughs in the room.
breakthroughs in the room.
It's yours if you
It's
want
yours if you
it.
want it.
Anticipating.
Anticipating.
God's getting ready to move.
Come on here, Lord.
Getting ready to move.
Let's roll.
Listen, you ought to declare this over your own life. Say it.
For I know
God, He's
God
working
Y'all know.
a miracle.
This love song, y'all.
just
That's
for me.
And it's gonna be.
And it's gonna be
big.
Listen,
Hey.
don't let negativity, doubt, or your haters convince you that God is not about
Hey.
to bless you. It's gonna be.
And it's gonna be big.
What's
Come on
in
here.
front of you is bigger than what's behind you. You gotta learn how to praise God before
All right,
you
oh,
get
we
it.
got a little mix
Say,
up.
I believe
I believe
that it's my season.
All right, y'all. Let me get to this. God had y'all in here. All right. I got to get y'all in the mode, okay? Because who is Rete? Especially my small business owners. Because I'm telling y'all, the devil be busy, baby. He be trying to play games with some of us, okay? So I just needed y'all to understand who you are and where you at, all right? Because when you trying to do something big, when you changing lives, when you changing your family, you changing your community, you get what I'm saying? The enemy be busy, and you got to know and understand who you are, where you come from, what the gift God has for you, okay? You got to know your gift. Socks, chill out. Acting a fool because he want to come out the room. Okay? So I need y'all to know and understand when you are working on yourselves, when you are working on your business, when you are working on your personal growth, your greatness, the enemy comes even harder because they want you to stay stuck mentally, doing the same things, staying around the same stuck people. You get what I'm saying? But when you are in tune and connected, this is part of the reason why I do the music or having music or Miles Monroe on for you all when I'm coming on, because I need y'all to understand the power of your mind, that you control everything that goes on in your life wholeheartedly by how you think, by how you speak into the atmosphere, by how you believe. You get what I'm saying? So part of what he was saying, I believe that it's my time. That's true. You got to believe that it's your time. You got to believe that God is changing in your life. You got to believe that you got a different level. It's time for you to level up. It's time for you to shift. It's time for you to stop doing the same stuff you've been doing the last 10, 20 years and not getting no results. You get what I'm saying? So you got to get into that mental. So in order for you to get there, right, sometimes you got to pull yourself there. I don't wake up every day pumped. Okay, I got to pump myself up a lot of days. And part of me pumping myself up a lot of days is getting in tune with my higher power, getting in tune with who pours into me. I don't look for people in validation. I look to God, right? I look to God. I talk to God when I'm questioning myself, when I'm doubting myself and my assignment. That is who I talk to. And then that is who pours back into me. So I need you all, especially business owners. Y'all know Small Business Saturday. This is for you, right? And part of that is you got to stay in tune with you. You cannot let results, all right? Because I know a lot of you all are in business and you let results affect you. You let people not supporting you affect you. You let likes in social media. Let me also say this before we get into this little conversation, okay? Also, let me say this. Let me tell you what I've noticed more recently, with the world, okay, and how the world is acting. All right. I love me some Beyonce and I love me some Meg Thee Stallion. But I want to tell you what I'm noticing with them and their lyrics and then some of these other lyrics that we listening to in this world, which is another reason why you got to pay attention to what's playing, what you listening to. All right. I'm noticing a lot more recently this demon time. Y'all understand that? How they be in there talking about I'm on demon time. I'm on demon time. When they did the remix, that's what really made me hear it. It was this, I don't know this voice, this song that I hear that come on the radio. Then he in there talking about he on demon time. I'm like, then I hear Meg talking about it in her thing, I'm on demon time. And then Beyonce, when Beyonce did that little remix, she's talking about I'm on demon time. Baby, ain't nothing about me on demon time. Ain't nothing that I do demon. Ain't I'm not even. So I'm like, okay, we be listening to this stuff just for the beat. But then sometimes you sitting in here, like, let me just be honest. When I was on the road, okay, I just drove back from Washington, D.C. Yesterday, the night before, right? So when you on the road and you driving, you can hear real clear. It's nobody else in the car with me. I'm focused. You get up there, so I'm listening to the words clearly. Then I'm sitting back and I'm like, I done heard about 8 songs with this demon time. Baby, where we do that at? I ain't praising nothing with demon or God or the devil in it. And then we wondering why our communities are so messed up. We wondering why here in Chicago, Florida, LA, New York, Miami, every community, y'all kids running around killing each other and shooting everybody up and evil and nasty. Baby, because the world is around here glorifying demons. Demon time. Demon time. Hold on. Hold on. Let me quit reciting and dancing along to some of these songs up in here. Because, baby, ain't nothing up in here happening with no demon time. Nothing. So I want y'all to start being more cognizant and paying attention to what you and your kids and your family is out here listening to. All right, because it's all in the songs, it's all in the lyrics, it's all in the music, which is why you have to stay more than ever connected to your higher power. Okay? Because the world will have you thinking all that demon time crap is cool. Ain't nothing cool about that. That ain't nothing cool about that. All right. And so again, when you are rising to the occasion, right, mentally, because everything in life is mental. Everything that we go through is mental. Everything we can control with our mental right here. It starts right here. So if you are consciously aware now of what you're hearing, you'll be able to pay attention and cut that crap off. All right. When that song come on, it's time to change that song on the radio. It ain't time to keep dancing and shucking and gyrating to that crap. All right. Especially those of you that want to get in tune. All right. Because again, I don't roll with the world. I told y'all the world will have you out here in the matrix living horrible. Living how you wondering why you living. All right. You wondering why there's so much death, hate, nastiness, evilness around you. You surrounding yourself all through it. All right. That's why I told you, especially as business owners. Especially as business owners, you have to be mindful who, what, when you have around you at all times, especially while you are growing, especially while you are transitioning. All right. I am on YouTube and Facebook on one computer. So I'm like going back and forth, bouncing between the two. So bear with me, y'all, as I'm getting ready to go ahead and get into this little message for you. So what I want us to talk to you today about for business, okay? Because another thing with small business owners is I see a lot happening with small businesses right now, especially because a lot of people are concerned with the pandemic, concerned with business, sales, things like that, right? And then I just wanted to share with you all a couple of things. I think you can't see it. Let me see. Facebook and YouTube, y'all cool. But what I'm on? Instagram and TikTok. TikTok, I'm probably have to move y'all over here so y'all could see. All right, there we go. I wrote a couple of bullet points on the board. And then I have a couple of grant places for you all as well that I'm going to share with you today. All right, let's see. Instagram, if you can't see or I get cut off at any time, you can join me on my other platforms. I'm on Facebook under Patrice L. Stewart. I'm on TikTok under Patrice L. Stewart. And I'm also on YouTube. My YouTube channel is just Patrice Stewart, no L. Okay. Let me get back to YouTube. Hold on, YouTube. Just in case this other phone cuts off on you all, I just want you to be aware of where you can watch it. Instagram, because I'm not on here much. All right. Y'all will see the board later. You said we in your speaker on TikTok. It's staticky. Oh, because you hear the, okay. Yeah, because I got y'all like sitting right on the speaker. You right. All right, hold on. I'm doing this from home today instead of being at my dang on office. But I'm getting prepared for class tomorrow. All right, let's try this. So TikTok. Is that better? You don't hear the staticky? Do you hear the static still? Okay, better. All right. Sorry, yeah, I think I had you and Instagram on the speaker. All right, yeah. So here we go. I'm just moving y'all over here. And then let's see. Can I turn you a little bit so you can see me? All right, there we go. We're just gonna make it work. We're gonna make it do what it do, baby. So back to business, right? So part of the reason why I got on here today was, besides giving you that little pep talk this morning, okay, about getting your faith in order, listening to some empowering music, something that's going to pump you up, boost you up in the morning, and then pay attention and beware of what you are out here listening to, because the world is out here tripping. All that damn demon time crap. I'm like, oh yeah, y'all tripping. No to the no, we're not with that. Baby, we are not with that over here. I got too much to be praising Jesus for. I will never, ever, ever repeat demon time, except now talking to y'all like that. But that is not cool. All right, not cool at all. So again, pop culture, music, all that stuff, it controls y'all. It's a form of control. All right, and I just want to say, if y'all don't remember, I'm 40, so some of y'all may be younger, but back in the day, when what was this? We're like in the early era of like rock and roll. Okay. In rock and roll, when them white kids started killing themselves from rock and roll and was doing all that crazy stuff, their parents got together and they went against the powers that be. They tried to ban rock and roll. They started doing marches and some of you parents of color, y'all need to start doing the same thing with this rap music, because it's out of control with this so-called rap music, because that ain't real rap music. Just talking about killing and shooting each other. But back in the day, them people got together, baby, and they was like, oh no, y'all ain't finna keep having our kids out here listening to this devil worshiping music. So some of y'all parents need to get in line and fight for y'all, for your kids and your youth, instead of dancing and singing along with it. But all right, on to the next topic. Okay, so business owners, what I wanted to talk to you today about is the importance. I want to talk to you guys, some of y'all, about this plan. All right. So again, if you guys, let me move the little camera right here. So TikTok and Instagram, I created a few points that I wanted to talk to you today about when you're in business. Many of y'all don't have a plan. Many of y'all do not have structure. Many of you do not have sales goals. Many of you do not offer deals. And then you do not set deadlines. All right. A lot of people that we talk to, a lot of people end up losing their business or going out of business because of one or more, if not all of these things. All right. Queen, is it Adaya? You didn't miss much. I just came in. We entered in the room with a little gospel music, a little uplifting music. You get what I'm saying? That's it. I'm really just getting started into what I wanted to give y'all today. So, but I wanted to talk to y'all about this because a lot of my business owners, you guys are running your business kind of backwards, right? A lot of times when you start a business, you may or may not have set it up properly. You may have not set up a plan or a goal for yourself, right? So a lot of times you'll hear people say a business plan, right? You should have a business plan. You should have a business plan. You should have an actual action plan of what the business is, what your goals are, what your mission statement is, what your client base is. Like when you actually have a business plan or have it planned out, then that also gives you, more focus and structure, right? Also, you need structure. You need structure. So part of the structure is a bunch of different ways. You need structure with your days, your hours, your daytime, your hours, committing to specific hours and days of the week for your business to run your business, right? You also need structure on setting up things in your business. You may need to block off an hour to do social media or 2 hours to do social media posting or commenting or going back. You may need to block off an hour of meditation, encouraging, speaking to God, talking to yourself, building, planning. You get what I'm saying? But you need structure. You need to actually plan it out and set it out. Then the main thing, the biggest thing in business that so many of you miss is the sales goal. The sales goal. All right. Everybody's thinking about the client getting this and getting that. But how many of you actually have a committed weekly sales goal? If you are in business, how many of you actually have a weekly sales goal? Because you really need to have it weekly versus monthly. Okay. Monthly is a good start. But okay, let's just go there because we're not going to get into the logistics. How many of you have a monthly sales goal in your business right now? You're a business owner on here. And be honest. How many of you have a monthly sales goal? Instagram be dry. That's why I don't be on there. Instagram be dry. I don't. All right, there we go, Shop Lakeisha. It's okay. Don't beat yourself up because that's why we on here to learn. Remember, I'm on here to learn. You on here to learn a little something today. Let me learn you something today, as one of my TikTok followers say. Let me learn you something today. Let me learn you something today. I'm going to teach you something today. All right. I have a monthly sales goal. Okay. Monthly is better than none. 0 is better than none. All right, TikTok, I'm on y'all feed. Where you at? Nana said people forgot how to pray. Come on here, Tanner. There you go. People have forgotten how to pray. Sometimes we got to open it back up. So I only listen to gospel and old school. Yes, you got to focus. The family talking about, okay. Sales goals. Who got a monthly sales goal on here? That's what I need and needs to niche down. If I hit my monthly goal, I don't do that more than that. Not me. You say in my head. Yeah, so you got to get out your head. It got to be written down in my head. I have one, but just closed my private school to do build outs So my monthly goal is just my salary. I'm over here taking notes to apply this pressure. Come on, apply this pressure. Let's roll. Okay, it's okay if you don't have monthly sales goal. I need you to understand the importance of having one. All right. Also, the other thing that you all, when I'm working with many of you startup business owners, is you all do not also have an accounting system for yourself, right? And what am I saying? Part of your monthly sales goals is you should be able to run a profit and loss report. If you are in business, and again, you're not familiar with this term, profit and loss report, you need to get familiar with that. Okay? Because this report here saves a lot of businesses from going out of business. Okay, all right? This is part of your sales goal. This is the financial statement. A profit and loss report is a legal financial statement. When you guys ask for lending and loan, a lot of banks will ask you for this. They will ask to see your profit and loss report. And all that is your income minus your expenses, which is going to be your net. All right, we talked about that a little bit regarding that whole PPP loan and stuff, right? Of how some of the banks were asking for that or were asked for that after the fact, right? So the biggest thing in business, you all, outside of your plan and your base and knowing your niche, is your numbers. How are you running a business and you don't even know how much money you need to be making monthly, weekly, to cover yourself, your products, to grow? You get what I'm saying? So a lot of you start business, right? It may start off as a hustle, but then once you actually take this serious, you get a logo, you get a website, you get these different things, you're in business. You're in business. You have to transition from that hustling mindset to a formal business mindset, okay? And part of that is going to be this structure. You need to learn this structure, all right? If you are someone who kind of needs assistance or guidance with help staying on track, next month, our membership launches and my group coaching for business launches. So you'll have me monthly teaching and educating you about this, because this is the thing. If you had a sales goal of $5,000 a month for your business, let's say you wanted to make $5,000 this next month for August. What's your plan? What's your goal? How you gonna get there? You can't just say it in your head, I want to make $5,000 this month. What's your action plan to get there? What's your action plan to get to the 5,000? Because you can't just say, oh, I'm just post on social media, or I'm gonna post, or I'm gonna share with my friends and family, and then you get mad when your friends and family don't share the post, don't support the business, because your mindset is not right. You're leaning on other people and tools to make your money at that point, and that's not how business works. Business is always sales and goals, okay? I'm writing my regular way, but it's showing backwards on TikTok. TikTok, I have to actually stand up and show you all my board, which I'm not about to do right now. So because I'm on here for free, this is how you're getting it. You're getting it backwards. But when I do my regular classes and Zoom, you can see the documents. Facebook, I think y'all could see it. It's not backwards. YouTube, is it backwards for you? I think it's backwards for y'all too. So yeah, that's just the way it is. That's the way the viewing of it is right now. So you just got to deal with that. Okay. But that's part of it. That's the main thing. That's why a lot of you all in business don't necessarily make it long term, is because you don't have sales goals, you don't have structure, and you don't have a formal action plan written down. It's different when you see it in black and white versus it being in your head. Somebody said that. I got it, but it's in my head. In your head, it's not going to work. You need to have an actual sales goal every month. Like I have one of these sheets every month for my office, and I break it down by the week. Now I break it down by the week because again, you got a week. You got 4 or 5 weeks in every month. So if you have a sales goal and you break it down by week, by day, you're going to make your goal a lot quicker than you put it in a month span, right? So again, you could say, I want to make $5,000 this month, right? But what does that mean broken down? Well, what's $5,000 broken down over a 30-day period? Where's my calculator? Because I'm on both my phones. Where's my calculator? Okay, so $5,000, let's say divided by a 30-day period. That's $166 a day that you need to make. So if your goal is, I want to make $5,000 this month, and you broke it down over a 30, that's $166.66 per day that you have to make, right? So the other way that you could break that down, right, just round it up to $167. The other way, so that's one way that you could break it down is your goal is to make $167 every day, right? Or you can do something else. You could do it by week, right? So you could do $5,000 divided by, let's just say 4. So that's $1,250 that you would have to make in a week, in a 7-day period, right? Again, it's going to be on you and your different business and how it's set up. How often do you work your business? Are you full-time in your business? Do you only work part-time in your business? Some of you have a 9-to-5 job, so all of you don't work your business every day. So if you don't work your business every day, I don't recommend clients who don't work their business every day to do a 30-day breakdown. Because if you're not in business every day, how are you going to do it over a 30-day breakdown? So you want to do it based off of how your business is structured, right? But the better way to me, right, being in me, this is how I do it. This is my way of doing it, especially being in accounting in the finance industry. I break my goal down weekly. It's a lot easier for me to see and plan my goal out weekly versus a daily or a monthly basis, right? Weekly, one, because I run weekly reports. So when I run reports, I run my reports at the end of the week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? I want to see what I did this last week so that way when I can get prepared for next week. So if I'm short on my goal, right? So if I need to make $5,000 this month and it's $1,250 and it's $1,250 for the week, right? It may be Friday and I'm $250 away from my goal. So now I know, okay, I need to do something or do an email blast or offer some type of class or product or whatever, reach out to a tax client. You get what I'm saying? Whatever sources of income that I have in my business, then I can look and say, okay, Friday, I'm missing $250. I'm $250 away from my goal. So that means I still got Saturday and Sunday to try to make that money. All right. Or sometimes what will happen is I will overachieve that goal. Right. So sometimes I'll get that goal. You can hit that goal depending on, again, your business. Everybody's business is not the same. Okay. But depending on your business, I may make $1,250 in one day. So that's the difference with the weekly breakdown is depending on what you offer, what your price structure is. You may be like, look, I don't want to work all week. Let me do 2 classes. Bam, got my $1,250 for the week. Now anything over that, I could have hit my goal by Wednesday. So now Thursday, Friday, Saturday is all profit for me. Right? That's part of how I look at stuff too. Because I also, again, I look at my profit and loss. I have to look at what income I need to handle my expenses. In my case, I have an office. I have an actual office location, right? I have staff. I have an office manager. I have a virtual assistant. So I have to factor all of that in. I have to factor payroll in. I got to factor rent in, right? So I break all of that down in my profit and loss report. So I know, okay, if I got $3,000 worth of payroll, I can't do $5,000. I need $10,000 this month. I need $20,000 because now I have these other expenses. You got to cover your expenses, then you got to cover yourself, and then you get to the profit. See, a lot of y'all don't be thinking about that. And then I also held that in this other class that I did, which was talking about making your making enough off of your sales in your business too. So I think like one example was the young lady had shared that she did, I can't remember what it was. A young lady had shared that she had did baskets. That's what it was. That she does baskets. And I think she was charging like $100 for the basket. And I was like, okay, well, what's your profit? What you making off of the basket? So the profit was like $40. Let's say the basket costs her $60 to make, and her profit is $40. But when she learned, after I started asking some questions, like, are you charging for the basket, for the cost of the basket? What's your basket cost? If your basket cost is $3, then you're not making $40. Now you're down to $37. The ribbon that you put in the basket, the little stuffy stuff, the pretty stuff, right? I'm like, did you add that in your cost? She's like, no, that's about another $1. Okay, now you down to $36 in profit. You get what I'm saying? If you put a sticker or a stamp, how much did it cost for you to put that sticker or stamp on there? If that's 50 cents, now you down to $36.50 in profit. You get what I'm saying? It's like in business, you have to add all of that in. Shipping, right? In her case, she was doing it locally here. So she was having the people come and meet her. But again, if you are shipping your product, you have to add that cost in. Or roll that cost over to the customer. Right? But in business, you got to be thinking like that, because that is the biggest way. This here, right here, is the biggest way that most businesses fail. No sales structure, no sales goals, and not knowing your numbers. Not knowing your numbers is the biggest disadvantage for business owners. All right. And so for me, that's what I wanted to get on here to kind of talk to you about today, or make you think about that today, because your sales goals is your most important thing in business. If you don't have sales goals, you're not going to thrive. How are you going to grow? How are you going to get to the next level if you don't even know how you're going to make $5,000 this month? What's your plan? What's your action plan to get to your sales goal? It can't just be in y'all head. I know what you're saying. My owners get vouchers and don't make the parents pay the remaining. That's a loss. I'm being called for the consistent one trying to pay the contract. Was that you on the Elite Mobile Home Fast Track? Yeah, that was me. I should. I am new to business. Yeah, especially if you're new to business. I would recommend that you do join my group coaching. And so we're rolling that program out August 16th. ADP is cool, but ADP is high. You don't have to use ADP for payroll. You can actually do payroll on your own. QuickBooks offers a payroll service for like $12 a month. So you could do it on your own, or you could pay QuickBooks to do it for you and keep up with the taxes and the federal and the FICA and all that stuff for like $20 a month. QuickBooks is like the best thing ever to me for business. So Intuit. It's a product of Intuit, similar to Mint. I gave you all that app Mint yesterday when I got on. For those of you in business, I gave you Mint. So Mint is another personal finance app or tool that you could use. I'm sorry, YouTube. I clicked off for y'all, so let me see if y'all got anything. Prime TV say, I'm trying to have church. Hey. What do they say? Y'all know I'm still learning. I don't know the Bible like that. But what my pastor Hannah always say, 2 or more, hey, you got service, baby. So we got all y'all on here from different platforms. Yeah, we can have service. I've been schooling my children about those songs. And then, yes. All right, let's go past the song. Okay, cool. Y'all don't have nothing. Y'all don't have no questions on that so far. Okay, cool. So what I wrote, the ones that I wrote was plan. A lot of businesses don't have this, a plan, business plan, action plan, structure in your business. Then sales goals. Then I was saying offering deals, because people love little deals, and people love little deals and things. So, and then what was the last one that I got? Deadlines. Because you also have to have a deadline. You have to have a deadline. You can't say I got a goal with no end date. You got to have an end date to your goal, or else it's just gonna always be a goal. It's not gonna necessarily be achieved if you don't put some type of deadline to yourself, right? So, like now, when my business coach is teaching me, if I want to launch a course, I should give myself at least a 10-day period to launch the course, versus just being like randomly throwing it out there for y'all, like, hey, I got a course on taxes on Monday, right? So that's a lot of the stuff that I was doing before, was just kind of randomly throwing out classes instead of kind of having a formal structure for it, right? Allowing me time to talk about it, to educate you, to give you the benefits of the class or the course, and then launching the course. You get what I'm saying? So it's stuff like that, but that's part of structure and planning, right? And so you'll see different results when you do different things like that. But if you're not even starting, right, if you don't even have that basic structure, how are you going to see results, or how are you going to know your numbers if you don't have that like plan? Because again, it's easy to say I want to make 5,000, but what's the plan and goal to get to you making the 5,000? You got to have some type of action plan to it. Come on, Jen, tell me, because I told y'all I'm still learning. If there are two or more gathered in his name, he is in the midst. Let's roll. Let's roll. And look, shop Lakeisha. This is what I want you to not think about. A business plan is not easy to write, but a plan is one plan is better than no plan, as my coach likes to say. One is better than none. Even if it's hard and you didn't finish it, or you don't write everything out, that's the whole beautiful part of life. You can always change, edit, update the plan. Just get it out. Even if the plan was 4 sentences, you still put a plan. You get what I'm saying? That is another reason why a lot of us don't grow or don't start, is because you waiting for it to be perfect. Nothing in life is perfect. I looked at some of my old videos when I first started. My videos was crazy. Okay? I had to grow to get to where I'm at. You get what I'm saying? But if I didn't start 10 years ago, 12 years ago, we wouldn't be here today. So don't get stuck on it being hard. Do what you can do. Go through it. Because the other thing that I love, that I saw a video with Nipsey saying, when you are transitioning and you are in a level in life of transition, from going from mediocre to greater, it's hard. It's not easy. It ain't easy. Being in business is not for the meek. This ain't easy. All of y'all who on here that's business owners, this is hard. This is not easy. It's real easy to quit and go get a job. It's a lot harder to fight for something that you want, that's your own, that you working, that you grinding for, that nobody else understands. You got so many people around you that don't understand you and what you're doing, but that don't matter. You get what I'm saying? It's gonna be hard. It's not supposed to be easy, but you still got to go through it. You still got to start it. You still got to do it, because you can always change and become better and greater at it. You get what I'm saying? So start with the plan. Start with the plan. You got to put it down on paper. I'm trying to tell you, it's different when it's on paper, when you see it. When you see it every single day. Every single day I walk into my office, I have a goal plan. and I see it. So immediately when I walk in, I'm on my assistant like, hey, where we at with the numbers? How many sales did we make today? How many classes did we book? How many tax appointments did we get? You get what I'm saying? And it may not happen every day, but I know that I have a weekly goal and we have to hit this goal. And so if I didn't see it when I come in every day to see where I'm lacking, right? Then I would know, okay, I got to go harder tomorrow. I got to go harder the next day. I got to go harder. You get what I'm saying? So y'all know what it is. It's true. It's true. Being an entrepreneur is hard as heck. But that's why you got the gift. That gift not for everybody. All right? That gift is not for everybody. So those of us that have this gift, all right, I know it's hard. But he ain't get that gift to everybody. He ain't get that gift to everybody. All right, so what y'all got any questions pretty much about what I said so far? I would also ask you to get in my private network if you are interested in the biz coaching program that I'm launching. Because like I said, next month the membership academy is launching where we're teaching personal financial education topics, right? But then I have a separate side for businesses alone. Those of you who are business owners, we have a whole separate membership for you. And then I have a separate area, which is going to be group coaching. So it's pretty much 3 different platforms that we're rolling out in this one membership, right? But I would ask that you text me to my VIP community, right? So it's 773, if you can't read it, 773-923-1763, all right? Because what I'm actually thinking about doing is hosting an in-person workshop, where I'm sitting down with you for a certain number of hours and we're going to like put all this together, right? It's pretty much going to be like a whole digital growth action plan kind of, right? Because another thing that I'm working on is I have been able to transition my business online. And that's what we all need to be thinking too. The other thing I need y'all to be thinking about right now as business owners is using this digital world platform that we have, right? Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all of these different platforms and ways that we're communicating, right? In business today, we have to be a part of this. Like we have to be here. I don't want to be on here half the time talking to y'all. You get what I'm saying? But this is how a lot of our customers connect and communicate is through these social media platforms, right? But like I told y'all, you still can run your business and have the structure in your business the way you want it. Like I told you, I don't do DM business. So even though we got social media platform, I still make people connect with me. Either you're going to get on my booking link or you're going to get in my VIP text community. But I'm not going back and forth with you in the DM because that's not how I handle my business. And so I told you all too to set that tone and structure for your business because I get that from you. Oh, well, the clients want to talk in the DM. I don't care what the clients want. Not in that aspect of it, okay? Because you still have to set, again, tone and structure. As my mother loves to say, SOPs, which is standard operating procedures, okay? In corporate America, that's what they teach you is SOPs. What are SOPs? What are your standard operating procedures? As small business owners, y'all should have that too. Write that down. SOP. That's the acronym for it. Standard operating procedures. What does that mean? Standard operating procedures are just what it says. Standard operating procedures for your business. So let's say, because we're in the process of doing it right now. I'm creating a whole workbook right now in my business, right? Because as we're growing and I'm hiring on more people, I want to have an SOP handbook. So a standard operating procedure would be my standard procedures of operation, like say something like our mission statement, right? So if anybody comes in and they want to know, what is Patrice? What does Patrice stand for? This is our mission statement. So you're able to read that back, regurgitate that back if somebody ever asks you on a call, right? Or let's say like your business structure, right? So it's certain things that in my office that has to be done. Every day when we come in the morning, my assistant has to check our voicemail. The first hour, that's my requirement. From 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., you have to go through the voicemail. You have to go through the email. You have to go through our text messaging, which is pretty much what we call as follow-up, right? So that will be a standard operating procedure. So no matter who comes into my business, you know, if you working in that role, your job from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. is to be following up, making sure that the voicemails are checked, making sure that the emails were responded to. You get what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. Everybody gonna have different SOPs in your individual business, but those are what standard operating procedures are. They're like, like Queen Adaya says, like they're like boundaries, right? It's structure, right? So this way too, that is how you guys grow. Again, what I'm talking to you is not only just about where you're at today, because as small business owners, sometimes I need you to think bigger. What I talked about the other day, that 300 years, right? The owner of PayPal and the group tank that they were in, they were talking about 300 years out. Business owners, y'all have to be thinking the same way. Just because you a small mom and pop shop now today, where you want to be in 5 years, you may want to be a Chick-fil-A. You may want to be a Portillo's. So you got to plan and design your structure in action now to get there. You can't wait 5 years later and then want to be a Portillo's. No, Portillo's didn't do that. They had a plan to get there. They got all them kids on that line. They was like, okay, we're going to put a line out. It's going to be a whole little assembly line. This is how we're using our business. You over here, you doing hot dogs. You over here, you doing hamburgers. And that's all you do all day, right? And I want to just be honest and throw this in here too, with me just saying that. For businesses that have a serious structure like that, like an assembly line kind of structure, they grow astronomically. They grow astronomically. And you wonder why. Because that individual person or area is focused on that one thing, right? And then two, as business owners, we have to know and understand when we do start growing, you got to learn and pay to hire help. Because you cannot do it all by yourself. Right now, many of you are self-employed. You're not a boss. You're a boss when you have an employee. You're a boss when you've hired on somebody. You get what I'm saying? So I was running my business a long time as a sole proprietor. Out here talking about I'm boss. I wasn't no boss because I was crazy. I was wearing 10 hats. I was the social media manager, the customer service agent, the accountant, the bookkeeper, the salesperson, the tax person, and this, that. I had 10 hats on. So I thought that made me a boss. No, that don't. That don't make you a boss because you got your own business. You self-employed. That's what you are. Okay? You're self-employed. The moment that you get sick and you shut down, you ain't making no money. You're not a boss. You self-employed. I transitioned to a boss when I hired help, when I had an assistant, an office manager. Then I was able to grow to a virtual assistant. Now we just hired the social media team. Now I hired a business coach. You get what I'm saying? Now I have a team. Now you're growing. Now you're a boss or a leader because you're putting other people in position and play. That's the difference. But many of you are self-employed right now. And it's nothing wrong with that. But I need you to understand, in order for you to transition from self-employment to a boss of a multi-business company, right? You gotta grow. And then you gotta bring on a staff. You gotta bring on team. You gotta bring on help, right? But again, how are you gonna grow if you don't know your numbers? If you don't know your numbers and your sales and your plan, how are you gonna grow? How are you gonna grow? So we need that. We need this. We need this education. We need this learning here. Okay. Because that's the biggest thing is I talk to you and you're like, I'm a business, and you got your LLC paperwork or you got your corporation and your EIN. And then I'm like, okay, well, show me your numbers. What's your numbers? And then y'all be looking like, what numbers? You want my Cash App? Baby, no. Cash App ain't numbers. Your PayPal login. Your PayPal ain't numbers. That's not numbers. You get what I'm saying? Those are forms those are forms for you to take a payment. That's it. Cash App is a form for you to take a payment. Zelle is a form for you to take a payment. PayPal is a form of payment for you. That's not an accounting system. That's not knowing your numbers. That's not going to give you your list of expenses and income. You need to know that. You will not grow if you don't know that. And then if you will make the money, you won't keep the money. You won't maintain the money if you don't know where it's going. If you just spending willy-nilly, again, you're not going to grow. Because you've seen these people. These people done got access to $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 and nobody got nothing to show for it. Because you just out here spending and blowing with no cares in the world, no budget. I talked about this a little bit last night. No budget. Because if you bring it in $20,000, you need to know where that $20,000 is going. You need to know what your expenses are. You need to know is $5,000 going to supplies? Is $2,000 going to my employee? Is this? Is that? If $20,000 just gone and you don't have nowhere of where it went, that's again, you lack structure. You lack plan. You lack an organization. You hear me? You lacking it. And you got to be honest with yourself. I'm never on here to make you feel some kind of way. You get what I'm saying? I don't want you having to, do the little face with the lady and all that. You can't beat yourself up about what you didn't know. But that's part of the reason why we're on here and educating you, right? Because as you know and as you grow and you do come into this money, I need you to know how to use it. I need you to know how to manage it. I need you to know how to get your sales goal. Because it's possible. You can make 5,000. You can make 10,000. You can make 20,000. Whatever you want to make. I told y'all. Manifestation is real. It's my goal growth card, right? This is my digital growth aim card. I walk around with it in my wallet. I have another one in my office that I look at every single day. So no matter whether I'm waking up, I'm at home, none of that. I have this card and I carry it with me. I look at this card every single morning, every single day when I talk to God and I pray and I thank him for waking me up in the morning, right? Part of my morning ritual is how I am mentally, right? Focusing on my growth and my sales goals. So for me, I'm transitioning to this online platform, this online influencer, this online speaker, right? So for me, I'm in a digital ad age. I'm in a digital age of business, right? So I'm teaching you, educating you digitally on these platforms. We're online. We're not connected in person, right? I can get on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Zoom meetings, right? And I could talk to you being in Lithuania, right? In Italy, right? And so that's always been my vision and my goal. So now I'm walking in a goal and a vision, and it's coming into fruition. But it's also because every single day, even on my worst days, I speak it into existence. I have this goal card. And I told y'all last Saturday when I did Small Business Saturday to write y'all a card out. So if you knew and you didn't catch that last Saturday, get you a card. Right? Write it out. I printed this card. My business coach gave me this card. So you can make something similar. I printed it out, cut it out, wrote it out, took it to FedEx and had it laminated. So that way it's not, getting messed up. But at first I had it on a regular piece of paper and I would just look at it every single day. Right? But what my growth card says is my goal is June 12th, 2022, next year, and within 1 year, right? I earn $1 million per month. Per month. Because I believe that. That's not an unrealistic goal. $12 million in a year, yeah, I can do that. You get what I'm saying? I can see that. I can envision that. That's the difference. When you see it and you believe it, it's so much easier to come to you versus doubting yourself. Don't say it and then be like, nah. Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest. I make $1 million every single month on autopilot, doing what I love, helping families spiritually, financially grow. Okay? That is what mine says. I earn $1 million per month consistently on total autopilot, doing what I love, helping millions of families live a happy, prosperous, and financial, spiritual life. What I'm on here doing right now, talking. What I'm on here doing? Talking to you, right? Talking to you, right? Doing what I love, right? So the money will come. I'm not focused on the money because the money will come. That's the difference when you walking in your assignment, when you walking in God-led form, when you walking by faith, by clarity, by action. You get what I'm saying? It's very much attainable. Yes, it is. People are living in this world on the internet. It's big gazillionaires on the internet right now. $1 million a month ain't crap, to be honest. If you could get there, it's not. When I make my first million, I can't wait. Okay? I have made $1 million over the last 10 years. If you want to add them all up together, many of you have. If y'all make $100,000 a year over 10 years, you'd have made $1 million. All right? So it's not unattainable. I don't want y'all be, some of y'all mindset be small. You got to think big because it's so big. This work is so big. And in this day and age with social media, it's attainable to make this kind of money. It's attainable. It's very much attainable. Okay? You just got to get here with it. You got to get here mentally. Once this changes, oh Lord, baby, once you see it here, then you start believing it here, and then you start working for it, baby, you can't not do nothing. You can't help but be accomplished because you get it mentally. All right, so we're gonna wrap up here. Y'all got any questions? You want to go over anything? Business owners, you got some questions? Now is the time to do it. Let's roll. Because I'm ready to go. I got class tomorrow. Oh, why you got questions? Let's go over it. PPP, Loan Explainer Webinar. This is the last one tomorrow, Sunday. We have a 1:00 p.m. class and we have a 5:00 p.m. class. I have 2 classes tomorrow. July 25th, PPP Loan Explainer Webinar. Those of you, workshop. This is a live workshop with me via Zoom. We're going over the actual SBA application that you need for up to if you got $150,000 or less, right? Then this will be the application for you to be able to go through, right? We're going over the application, what the banks are going over, what the banks may be asking you for. That is going to be all in the PPP Loan Explainer webinar workshop. That's tomorrow. Then next Saturday, July 31st, we have an intro to cryptocurrency class. So those of you who want to learn about cryptocurrency, these coins, cryptocurrency pretty much, that class is $35. All right. I have a special guest, Taji Gaines. Taji will be coming on and speaking next week about that class, right? So that'll be a Zoom webinar. So that's a Zoom workshop. It's live, kind of like this, but we'll be on Zoom. So we're not going to do it in person for that one. We'll do another one in the future that'll be in person. But for right now, we are going, for right now, we're going to just do it on Zoom. And that's next Saturday. That's the 31st. And then we have the Leaders Love Brunch event. So again, for those of you who are business owners, right? You want to consider coming to that event. That event is $279 for the ticket, right? It's a private brunch in Chicago. We're going to be in a private mansion with 5 different rooftops in that mansion. And then I'm also doing an empowerment hour during that brunch as well, right? So I think we have like right around 10 tickets left for that. And again, that's August 1st. So we're going to stop the sales on, I want to say that Friday, because I have to give the chef a final head count by, I would say that Friday. So you have to have purchased your ticket by the 30th, July 30th, which is that Friday. And then I did do these a 2-day business, start your business challenge. So a lot of you were calling our office asking, can I teach a class on how to start your business from pretty much A to Z? So you wanted to learn how to get your EIN number. You wanted to learn how to set up your LLC, your corporation in whatever state you're in, right? You want to learn how to build business credit. You want to learn some of the lenders that I go through for financing, for loans and credit cards for myself and my clients, right? All of that I'm teaching in that 2-day business workshop. The workshop itself is a 3-hour workshop, but I'm offering it on 2 different dates, which will be August 21st and August 22nd. Right now, that class is $499, but I'm running an early bird special for $279. So you would get all of that information, right, in that class, in that 3-hour workshop for $279. That's a steal. I'm literally giving it all away for that price. Okay, people charging $2,500 out here for courses with that content in it. All right, so take advantage of that $279 while that early bird offer is out there, you all. Everything is on my booking link. Once I'm done, Instagram, the link in my bio takes you there. All of the courses that I just said are on there. Facebook, let me put it on here right now. Because my link to my classes, so everything that's on here, all of the classes that I just mentioned, you can get with this one, you can get access to with this one link. Because it's like everything is listed there. All right. So yeah, so now if you guys got questions, let's roll, let's go over it. And we're getting out of here. TikTok, I know y'all got the questions. Y'all always got some stuff. Corporate record book. Where can I find one and what should be in it? Corporate record book. Nobody really uses the book no more. I mean, if that's for you, you could use you don't have to have a formal corporate book. You could go and buy a notebook. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I don't use them, so I can't tell you, to be honest, where you're gonna find the corporate record book. I write stuff by hand in my notebook, but for financials and data, I actually use a system, an accounting system. So we use QuickBooks for everything. So as far as like a formal record book, you could probably Google that and see if something comes up. As far as what should be in it, again, when you're dealing with that corporate record, that's a lot of that stuff that you get when you, that is old school. Yeah, that's real old school. We don't do the whole lot of handwriting down in the book, no more. So, I mean, if that's something that you use, I'm sure somebody somewhere has it. You probably will just have to Google that, because I don't know where you will get a corporate record book. I haven't seen one of those in a long time. What was the name of the plan you said you have? Was it called the Order of Procedure? Oh, Standard Operating Procedures, SOP. So that's the acronym for it, SOP. But it means Standard Operating Procedures. So that's what that is. All right, YouTube, let me click over here to y'all. Hey, Miss Shannon. Hey, Miss Lasonda. You seen the corporate book on Amazon? Okay, one of my Facebook friends says go on Amazon that they got corporate books. Amazon got everything. Y'all know Jeff Bezos done put all that stuff out there for y'all. Y'all done paid for his little space trip with all the stuff you buy off Amazon. I ain't laughing, boo. I know you're trying to get your life together. I'm proud of you. I just want you, if that's the way that you need to do it for now, start off in the corporate book. But I want you to grow into using an accounting system. But I'm proud of you for starting where you at right now. So if that's what's going to get you writing and your goal written down and your profit and loss and your expenses, hey, I'm all for it. Do whatever you need to do. I'm not laughing at you. Believe that. If you're just starting out, do you suggest an LLC with tax as a C Corp or a sole proprietor? So I'm glad one of y'all asked about that. I'm sorry, Facebook, I have not been on here. I haven't seen that one comment. So I'm going to come to y'all next. What was I getting ready to say? What I do with my tab for YouTube? I clicked off for y'all. Okay, there y'all go. We should do with where do we make payments for the events? So Queen, when you click the link on the tab, here we go. I'm about to put it on here now. When you click the link, that's how you make the payment. So everything that I have, like I say, I have it to where everything is digital, right? So every course that is on there, when you click the link to it, it takes you straight to the payments so where you can sign up for the class. So I just pinned it here with the link. And then that way, whatever class you're interested in, that's how you could get to it on that one link. That's my Linktree link, which holds all of the different classes that I'm offering right now. So I do also have some e-courses available too. So e-courses are courses that I've already done. And it's just pretty much the recorded course, okay? So that way you can watch it, right? So I've done several courses already that we've taped on Zoom. And so you'll see that. I have an S corporation. So Lady Red, I'm gonna answer you on Instagram real quick. But what I would like you to do is come on, Gary. Gary, for those of y'all on Facebook, Gary is my CFO of my company. So I no longer do my day-to-day accounting stuff. Gary office handles everything for me and my company right now. We transitioned over to Gary a couple of months ago. I love Gary. Love you, Gary. We're going to be doing a lot of things together very soon because Gary is very big on empowering the community, empowering people of color, empowering business owners, just like me. We on the same mindset. So yeah, me and Gary gonna have some stuff coming out for y'all real soon. Okay, we just got to get together because we both got so much going on. But I see Gary on here giving y'all some tips with the QuickBooks. So listen to Gary. He is our CFO. So definitely listen to Gary. Whatever Gary is putting down here, listen to him. All right. Okay, Lady Red, Lady Ralph, to answer your question real quick. So I am a tax and business strategist. It would not be professional of me to randomly suggest if you are an LLC and if you should be taxed as a C Corp or a sole proprietor, right? It's a lot more information that I have to get from you to know that, to kind of give you a educated answer. Now, what I will say is, I did talk to you guys a while ago or several times about this as far as an LLC, when you're transitioning, what time it is, right? So I also do Lady Red, Lady Ralph, Relford, I'm sorry. I would suggest that you take my S Corporation class. So on my link in my bio, I have a class where I go over what's the S Corporation, what's a corporation, what's the LLC, and then when you're in business and when is the time for you to transition over to being an S Corp. Because the S Corp is not its own entity. Let me just say that. An S Corporation is for tax purposes. And many of you have LLCs, but your LLCs are not benefiting you at all for tax purposes. Because if you are a standard LLC, whether you single member or a multi-member, a lot of you, when you go and apply for an LLC and you go and get your EIN number for the LLC, you are listed as a disregarded entity. Okay? We've talked about this before. When you are a disregarded entity, the IRS looks at you just like a sole proprietor. When you are a sole proprietor, you file your taxes on a Schedule C tax form. You pay about 30 to 36% in taxes as a Schedule C filer. Okay? So there are certain things that once you are an LLC and once your LLC starts making a certain amount of money, LLC, corporation, whatever, right? Once it starts making a certain amount of money, then you want to look into transitioning to that S Corp status, because that's what the S Corp is for. The S Corp is for tax benefits. All right. If you just want to be a standard LLC and separate yourself from your business, fine, cool. But what a lot of you don't know is you rushing to go be an LLC and you the same in business eyesight as a sole proprietor. So it's like, you can let them out, Ma. It's fine. It's like, you get what I'm saying? So it's like, if you cool with being in business, doing what you do, you don't really want to report your income, you're not there where you really want to be reporting your income and all that stuff, then that S Corporation is not for you. So I just like people to understand, because everybody be like, start an LLC, start an LLC, start an LLC. Well, if you starting your business and you want to save on taxes, or you want to live like Trump, you want to save and not pay taxes like Donald Trump, this is what some of y'all say when y'all come into office. But then y'all not set up. Y'all want to be like them or get the benefits of them, but then you're not set up like them. Because I told y'all, Trump had over 500 tax returns on that tax return. Yeah, over 500 businesses, 500 S corporations, okay? So you can't get mad at somebody that's using the system or using the tax laws, because that's what they were put out there for business. But if you're not set up that way, or you don't have no plan on being set up that way, and you can't get mad how other people are moving. So that's the main thing. Like, you need to know and understand where you are, and then you need to know and understand the breakdown of an S Corp. What's the requirements of it? Why, and certain things that you have to maintain being an S Corporation. Because that whole S Corp thing is literally for tax purposes. That's what the S Corp filing is for. And you can attach an S Corp to any entity. You can attach it to an LLC. You can attach it to a corporation. So that's what it is. That's what that S Corp is for. So I like you guys to be more informed on that before you just go switching and moving stuff around without knowing what you're getting into. So I would suggest that you take that class that I have, because I broke that down very heavily in that class. So that way you can make an informed decision if you're ready to be an S Corp or not. So that's the best way that I can answer that. Don't delete them videos either. The old content be having jewels in it. I don't know what you saying. Oh no, okay, I answered that one. I haven't used Gusto, but I have heard that Gusto is nice. Some people like it. It's a lot of different tax systems out there, so definitely try them, y'all. Try them, play around with them, see how you like them. You may want to try one for 30 days, then you may want to test another one out. but you definitely want to try them. You don't have to stick with one or the other. A lot of them do offer free trial periods too. So if you want to try Gusto, I've seen Gusto like come through Facebook, but I haven't personally worked with Gusto on my own. But I would say if you want to try it, test it out, see how you like it, because so August 16th is when I launched the monthly membership. So the monthly membership, when you pay for that, you're going to have access to a certain number of videos. Once you pay for the membership, it's going to be video content in there already for you to watch, right? And then every month we drop new content. We release new content for you in that monthly membership. The classes, the one-on-one business coaching, that's going to be separate. So I haven't came up with a formal date for that yet on when we're going to launch that, but it's still going to be in August. So, but yeah, the group coaching will be a different program on the site. So once you get this to the site, you'll see the membership where you can do personal membership and then you can do business membership, or you could do both, right? You'll have access to join both sides if need be. And then there's going to be a separate tab that strictly talks about the business group coaching. And so we'll have different, different dates and times for that, because it's like school pretty much. So I'm gonna start off with like a 3-week school, then maybe we'll extend it out to like a 4 or 5 week school or something like that. But then that way with the group coaching, you get me every week or every month. I'm trying to figure that out, if we're gonna do it monthly or if we're gonna do it like for a certain number of weeks. I kind of like to do the weekly thing, like 4 weeks, because then you get content every week. You're expecting, you could go home a week, do your homework, implement it. Then that way, when we come back the next week, if you got questions, we could go over it. So all of that, I'm working out the kinks and stuff now. But that's more than likely how I'm going to introduce the business group coaching is like on a class, kind of weekly class basis, almost like a semester. So we're going to do a 4-week semester. Then I'm going to stop enrollment and nobody else could join until the next enrollment period. You get what I'm saying? Because then that way I can really, 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 really hone in with you all as business owners and do some implementation with you. Because my thing is, I feel like a lot of people sell you stuff, but then they don't show you how to do it. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I could tell you all day to set up your own website, but if I'm here with you, walking you through how to set your website up, you'll get results quicker. You'll get to it quicker versus me just doing a class and telling you, oh, do this, 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 and this, and going by my way. Like, that's not how I don't like to do my classes like that. Like, I want you to feel like you leaving away knowing how to get something done working with me. So that's the structure that I'm trying to set up now for that. TikTok, I'm going through y'all stuff, so hold on. Definitely old content be having them jewels in it. You're welcome. Say thank you so much for your time. This is really helping me. You're ready. Welcome. Ready, sign, close. You're welcome. Ready, sign, close. Looking forward to class in August. Thank you for your informative live. You are welcome. She said, my toes hurting, but I need it so bad. My toes hurting, but it's so needed. How can I use my business income to buy property? That's a good question. How can I use my business income to buy property? That's a few ways that you can access that. I personally would use that business income and put it on like a revolving credit card. So like I have a link with Divvy. Divvy, I just partnered with them to be able to offer my clients like credit, right? Because some of you do come across cash and then you may or may not have your credit together or your business credit together. So Divvy offers business credit cards, secured cards and unsecured. So as far as buying property with your business income, you could also set up a separate entity and buy the property under your business name. That's the best way to do it. But that's kind of that's a big answer. That's not really a one way for me to answer that on here. If you got business income, that's great. But as far as like buying property with it, you still need to have a plan and a structure. Like I don't purchase property personally. My property that I purchased is under my LLC. So I have Duval Management Group LLC. Duval Management Group purchases my property, not me, Patrice Stewart. So it's way more beneficial to purchase property under your business versus you. So you asked me, how can you buy property using your business income? That is how you're able to do it if it's under the business. 7550, you are welcome. Yeah, I answered that one. Gemini, which it depends on which class. Every class is different pricing. So the PPP class is $97. The introductory crypto class is $35. The business brunch is $279. The 2-day business workshop is $279. So every class is different. The S Corporation versus S Corp e-course that I have on there, I think that's like $47. That's not much. So every class is different. If you click the link in my profile or in my bio, it'll take you there and you'll see a listing of all of the classes and their pricing. So I have everything listed. I don't hide my pricing. My pricing is out there for everybody to see. It's nothing to hide. You just have to click the link to see it. All right, I don't see no other questions, so I think we're getting ready to get on off of here. Let me go to YouTube. I'm sorry, YouTube. I did not go over you all. Or Facebook. YouTube and Facebook, you next. Let's do YouTube real quick. What's better for me if I have a small business and need financial education as far as a class? Latasha, if you need financial education, what'll be better for you? Probably do the monthly business membership. So I have a personal finance monthly membership, and then I'm going to have a Biz Create Academy, like where I'm teaching business on this different topics on all of that. So you probably want to do the monthly membership to learn on an ongoing basis for financial education. Again, I'm rolling that program out if we roll it out Sunday, I would just rather say Monday because most people don't check their email on Sunday. So we'll just say August 16th is when we launch. So that's what I would suggest if you're looking for like financial education on a regular. Because right now I don't have a course like that's on that one thing. Will you have a quarterly payment option? Actually, I am. I'm actually going to have a payment option where you could pay for the whole year. You could pay for 6 months, or you could do monthly, but not quarterly. So it's going to be either you pay monthly, you'll get a discount if you pay 6 months in advance, and then you'll get a discount if you pay for the whole year. Damn that. Okay. Aesthetics is okay. That's why I try to do everything on YouTube too. So that way anybody who comes in later on or goes through, you can always go on YouTube and watch the replay. So for anybody that's just coming in, just joining, you can always go to my YouTube channel and watch the replay. Because every time I get on live, I'm on YouTube. Well, the PPP loan is over with, baby. So that's probably why you keep getting turned down for it because you can't apply no more. That's over with. You got to go look for some new money. All right. As far as building business credit, is it best to start with vendors? I'm on NAV, but I'm not sure what vendors to work with to establish the credit. So yes, Keisha, actually, if you want to go to my TikTok page, I put a video a couple of weeks ago. It's been months ago, but I did a 4 business vendor account. So yes, with business credit, you do need to build it. it is what it is. Like a lot of people don't want to do it, but it's worth it in the long run for you to build the business credit. So if you build the business credit using those vendor accounts, which are net 30 accounts, then it helps you in the long run without having to use your personal social security number. So it's like either you're going to build business credit or you're going to use your personal social security number. I didn't get in business to use my personal social security number. That's the whole point of me starting the business, to separate myself from the business. So it's just better to go ahead and do the business accounts versus not doing them, right? Or not buying the stuff. But I also go over that. I have a couple of things with that, but I got content on that too, Keisha. So if you want to go back and look at some of my stuff, like I've given you guys like tips on some of those vendor accounts that you could start with. Only reason why I'm not going to go into that today is because my class is coming up and I'm going over that in class. So other than that, I would have dropped them a few gems on you, but I have before. You just got to go back and look at some of the content that I've already put out. But I'm going over that in that 2-day workshop. So that's the only reason why I'm not going to go over that right now, because that 2-day workshop that we have coming up, I'm going to be teaching those people that those vendor accounts. Cool. And NAV is good to have. So keep NAV, because NAV allows you to keep up with everything. You can see your Experian business credit, your Equifax business credit, and your DNB. And then you could pay NAV extra for them to report as a trade line. So you started well, Keisha. Now just go get those other 4 accounts that I put on my TikTok, and then you'll be good to go. Hi, Amy. What's her name? I can't pronounce your damn thing. Miss Blue. I'm gonna put you at the end with Miss Blue. Don't be laughing at him talking about Jesus. We ain't gonna let them people get us started. Yeah, that's on my TikTok page. I have a video. It says 4 business accounts. I'm standing in front of a white sheet just like this. And it says 4 business vendor accounts that you could start. And I'll tell you exactly the accounts that you can go and get. I've also given you all that free tool. All right. Well, I always give you some tips. So here you go. If you on Facebook, I always tell you that you could go on Get Business Credit. All right. Get Business Credit. That's a group. That group is owned by Ty Crandall. That's his program. But I want to be clear. Do not get in there working with people. It's a lot of fraud people that then came in that group. A lot of fraud people. Just focus on the posts. Focus on what they are sharing with you in that post. Okay? I'm sorry, in those posts. Like people will show, oh, I went to Amazon Business and I got approved for $5,000. And then sometimes they'll put what accounts they had, how long they've been in business, stuff like that. They'll have different posts about gas cards, different vendor accounts, different companies that you can apply to, right? So you just utilizing that group as a tool, all right? Do not go up in there letting nobody sell you nothing, talking about they can help you do this, they can help you do that. You at your own risk on there for that. Literally only use that group as a tool, okay? Watch the accounts that the people are posting. Watch what they needed to get there. Also, when you go on there, there's a young lady named Vanessa. She pretty much moderates that group, right? And pretty much what you want to do is Facebook, I'm coming to y'all next because I'm sorry, I haven't seen like nothing. I haven't been on here. So I'm coming to y'all next to answer your questions on here. But in that particular group, and again, it's called Get Business Credit. Get Business Credit. That's the name of it. It's a lot of people in that group. But in that group, you can learn those tiers. And so Vanessa created a hashtag called Slow Roll. SLOWROLL. So if you type in Slow Roll 1, Slow Roll 2, Slow Roll 3, those are the different tiers. So if you type in Slow Roll 1, those are tier 1 vendor accounts. Slow Roll 2, tier 2 vendor accounts. Slow Roll 3, and so forth, right? So that helps. That would help you just from looking at that, right? And looking, again, don't pay nobody in that sucker nothing. Okay? Literally, just look at what people are posting. It's all the rest of that stuff. Don't call me later in 2 months talking about, oh, I got. I told you, you got because I told your ass not to go on there working with no damn body. So just remember that. You have to have TikTok to watch it. I don't think so. I think you can watch it without having TikTok, but you would need my direct video to do that. I'll have my VA come back on here, Queen, if you don't have TikTok. Not today. What's today? Saturday, because there's some stuff going on in my VA country. She been shut down a little bit. So if not, I'll try to go back through this one. If not today, within the next day or two, and I'll try to send you the direct link to that class, to that video. But you don't have to have TikTok to watch it, because I know somebody who was telling me, okay, I'm looking for you on TikTok. So I'm under Patrice L. Stewart on TikTok. Shop Lakeisha, stop laughing, because you know it's real. The scammers is real. That's how y'all saw me. A lot of y'all saw me the first time from that damn scammer video about the PPP. It's real out here. I just want y'all to know. Don't be thinking because you a business owner and people in that group. No, it's a bunch of unethical people in that group that's scamming and playing on y'all that don't know. So that's why I'm telling you now, like, don't get on there playing games with nobody, inboxing them, DMing them, going back and forth with them. No. Okay. Watch the accounts that they are posting, and that's it. Take screenshots, write it down in your book. That's it. It's under my name, Patrice L. Stewart. TikTok, I'm under Patrice L. Stewart. You got to type in the L. On here on Facebook, I'm just Patrice. I'm sorry, on YouTube, I'm just Patrice Stewart. But on TikTok, I'm Patrice L. Stewart. I started my business when trying to get business accounts. I have been in business 6 months. Okay. I mean, yeah, with those net 30 accounts that I have on my TikTok and that I'm teaching in my class, it don't matter. You could have started the business yesterday. They're going to give you the account. So it don't matter when you start a business with those. She say, facts. They do be scamming on that. Girl, real big. It don't make no sense. Real big. Say they be in my junk mail soliciting their services. Yeah. I say, right, because let's say you put your email on one of them posts, girl, that's it. They be in there looking for them posts, and people be like, oh, post your email here. I wish I would. I never would post my email and none of that stuff. Because that's what they're gonna do, put you on their email blast and trying to get you. Or telling you to DM them. All right. Okay, now I gotta go to Facebook. And then we done. Then we are done. Okay, good. I'm glad to see some of y'all on here saying you do have monthly sales goals. Y'all say, which system is best to keep track of my expenses? Is Quick the best? Okay, that's the one that Gary answered. Yeah, it's different ones. Lasanda, like even Miss Renee says Zoho. I like Zoho too, because Zoho, you can take credit card payments in there. Like, I like systems that is all in one that helps your business grow exponentially. Like, that's why I like QuickBooks. QuickBooks is really for business, right? And it's for you to grow in your different levels. $1 million businesses use QuickBooks still. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you could start off being a $20,000 business and get to $1 million business, $20 million business, and you still using that same system. So that's what I like about QuickBooks, because they grow with you as you grow, and they have different versions. Like I said, they offer payroll. So as you start growing and you hiring employees, They offer payroll services. They offer bookkeeping services. So if you don't want to do your own bookkeeping and accounting, I think they offer bookkeepers as low as $25 an hour, right? But they grow with you. They offer credit card processing. So if you want to take credit card payments outside of PayPal and I will behoove any of you that are on here as business owners. I tell y'all all the time that you need to get the hell off of Cash App. Okay. As businesses, I do not want you thinking that is okay. You should not be taking Cash App as your form of payment. Now, if it's here or there, okay. But that should not be your only form of payment is accepting Cash App. You are not doing business properly. All right. You need an actual payment system. I would rather you take PayPal over Cash App or you get what I'm saying? But if you are in business and you have PayPal, Stripe, a QuickBooks, Intuit, or a credit card machine, then that's what's going to help you, and that's going to also help you grow because you can. What was I going to say? You can just do so much more. Like and again, Cash App is a peer-to-peer system. It's not a system for you as a business owner where it's covering you and your business, right? Because that's the thing. When you're taking payments, you want to take payments from a payment source that's going to cover you. If something happens, if somebody tries to dispute the transaction, if somebody tries to lie and say it was fraud, you want to work with companies who are going to fight for you, right? Cash App is not fighting for you. Cash App is for them. So that's what I tell y'all all the time. Don't get stuck on taking Cash App in business that you need to level up. You need to grow. You need to get a different payment system. All right, that's it that I could see. For some reason, it's not letting me go back up. So I can only see like the most recent comments, y'all. So I have to come back through later on if you had any other questions and probably try to answer you on my own later. Yeah, and Shannon posted Mint. I've shared Mint several times too. So Mint is another app where you can keep up with your expenses. Mint is an app, actually. You can go on mint.com. They're a website too. You can set it up on your computer. Once you set everything up on your computer, then you could just use it from there on your phone. So Mint is good for millennials. Mint is also owned by Intuit, who is the same people who own QuickBooks. So it's very similar as far as the systems. Cancel that. Okay. All right. I think I answered everybody's questions. So we are going to go ahead and get off today. Shop Lakeisha says, no, don't leave us. This was a great session. I appreciate you for taking the time to get back. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You are welcome. You are welcome. So again, if any of you all are just joining or you missed anything, you can go on YouTube under Patrice Stewart and watch the replay. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Appreciate you all. Appreciate you for joining today. I'm sorry. We have one more question on here. Hey, William, thank you. I see that you sent me some more content. I'll be looking at it. Janice says, I'm starting the education tutoring services. Should I use an LLC for it? Janice, I don't know that. That's not something that I can answer to you right away, right now. It would be unprofessional of me to just randomly say that. And I don't know any information about your education business, what your plan is, what your goals are, what your income is. So it's a lot more that I would have to answer. I would have to know to answer that question for you properly. So if you want, you could book a business consultation with me, Janice. But yeah, offhand, just from what you told me, that's not enough information for me to tell you if you should start an LLC for it or not. Because this is the thing, y'all, that I tell y'all all the time with business. Every business is different. It's not one size fit all. So that's also other reason why I tell y'all, don't be listening to people who just be like, start an LLC. A lot of y'all be starting an LLC and you don't need to. You should probably wait. Like I say, unless you want to separate yourself from your business, that's all that the LLC is doing for you. But for tax purposes, you have no tax benefits with an LLC. You could stay a sole proprietor. If your goal isn't to fight to be filing taxes and taking advantage of all these different tax laws and loopholes and write-offs, then stay a sole proprietor. There's no point in you doing an LLC because you looked at it as the same. So again, if you want to know detailed information to your specific question in business, then that will be a business consultation call. Because in that call, I can go over more, ask you more questions, go over more things with you. But offhand, I've been preaching that since day one. That a lot of y'all start these LLCs and y'all just like a sole proprietor for tax purposes. For business entity, yes, you are separated, but that's not helping you tax-wise. Starting it after the PPP. Your energy is so dope. I love it here. Thank you. Thank you. Now, all right, we getting out of here. Going back. All y'all got work to do, homework to do. Business owners, you got work to do. You got action plans to write down. Let me put the little show over. Y'all got action plans to write down, right? You got a plan. If you don't have a plan, if you don't have sales goals, y'all got work to do today, this weekend. All right, business owners, let's get to it. I'm going to check back in with y'all next week and see what's going on. But yeah, you got homework to do. You got structure to do. You need to put you a plan in place. Write it down. Even if you don't have a structure, write your sales goals down. Write them down so you can see them in front of you. You can vision them. You can look at them every day. You can monitor where you are. All right. If you made a sale goal, make one today if you do not have one. And don't start in August. Start right now. Don't be like, oh, I'm going to wait till August 1st. No, that be y'all problem. Y'all be putting it off. Start thinking right now, immediately, once we get off this live. Immediately, what do I want to make for the rest of this month? Because you still got the rest of this month. What's today, the 24th? You still got 8 more days in this month. Y'all got sales goals you got to hit. All right? So, get to it. I'll be back. Get in the class. Those of you that are in PPP loan class, I will see y'all tomorrow. PPP loan explainer workshop tomorrow, 1 o'clock p.m., 5 o'clock p.m. Be there. See you then. Let me get off Facebook. As always, Miss Renee, you're welcome. You are welcome. Appreciate you all as well. Now go be great in business. Have a great day, business owners. All right, so we are off of Facebook. YouTube is next. TikTok, then y'all next too. Thank you for your time. Thank you for joining. Appreciate you all. YouTube, have a great day, great Saturday. Business owners, let's get it. All right, and I'm out TikTok.